these cool little trees, not even little, probably more a couple hundred years old, but these roots are something serious. Look at that shit. Just beautiful. But nature is just an amazing thing. Welcome to Elevate TV. I'm your host for Valentine, and this is the channel where we are trusting our minds and our lives to magnificence. So let's get right into it. This is a new series that I'm reading from Neville Goddard, and I already finished the first book. It has like 14 books in it, and I wanted y'all to come on this journey with me from reading this beautiful, amazing book. Yeah, it's really insightful, really helpful. Neville Goddard, if you don't know, he is like a psychological genius. He reads the Bible in a symbolic way and interprets it to manifest a reality and help people manifest a reality of their dreams. And yeah, so the first book is At Your Command. And first of all, me, myself, having a Christian background, I know that religious people read the Bible and interpret the Bible in a theological way and saying like you have to do this, 1, 2, 3, step by step, or this is gonna happen. And that never sat right with me. It never seemed like I should be worshiping a God or Jesus that condemns me for living my life. Why if you say that he knows everything that you're gonna do before you're gonna do it, why does he allow people to be murderers, be rapists, be thieves and all these other shit that's called a sin, but yet he allowed, like, that just never sat right with me, okay? Like, it seemed as if something was missing. It never sat right with me, so I never really became a true full-on Christian, so to speak. I never really believed in anything that they were saying, and I'm glad I found mentors and people who could actually help me. Even though I never met them, I'm so thankful for the internet. I'm thankful for books, because I would still be lost if it wasn't for this and like podcasts and people like that. So I'm thankful for this new day and age that we have come to, and also for YouTube, because this platform is helping people like me and other people, entrepreneurs, and put their story out there without, like, you could be broadcasted all over the world without having to pay a dime. You are getting paid to put your shit out into the world if you want to. And that's a fucking blessing. I'm truly grateful for that, and I hope that other people like me can understand the blessings that we have been blessed with. Like, it is miracles have taken place for these types of things to happen. And if you don't believe in miracles, just look around you. Just look around you. You are holding something that was just invented. That's a fucking miracle. You are watching on a big screen, possibly, and that's a miracle. That was invented. It was invented piece by piece. That's a fucking miracle. You were here from a little seed combined by 2 people, and you made this human body, these bones. There's a brain and feelings for you to feel, and for you to, there's a voice box in your body for you to express. That is a miracle. That is a beautiful miracle, and it's all around us. And I hope, and I'm reading these types of books to really understand that anything is possible for me, for you, and just to manifest the dream life that I know that I am capable of, that I am meant to be living, and you are too. So with that being said, I'm looking at the wrong book. Okay, so like I said, we can interpret the Bible as a good, big psychological drama, like a symbolic book. It says, claim it as your own and you will suddenly transform your world from the barren desert of Egypt to the promised land of Canaan. Everyone will agree the statement that all things were made by God, and without him there's nothing made that is. But what man does not agree upon is the identity of God. All the churches and priesthoods disagree as to the identity of the true nature of God. But in the Bible, Moses discovered God to be man's awareness of being. The awareness of being as God is stated hundreds of times in the New Testament. I am the shepherd, I am the door, I am the resurrection of life, I am the way, I am the Alpha and the Omega, I am the beginning and the end. But it is not stated, I, Jesus, am the door, I, Jesus, am the way, nor is it, whom do you say that I, Jesus, am? It is clearly stated, I am the way. The awareness of being is the door through which the manifestations of life pass into the world of form. So consciousness is the resurrection of power. The resurrecting that which man is conscious of being. Man is always self-imprisoned or self-freed. So whatever you are saying I am, who you are, is what you are living. Whatever you are conscious of being, whatever that identity that you have for yourself is what is manifesting in your world on a day-to-day basis. So if you're unhappy with what you are consciously seeing and what you are always living in your day-to-day life, it's up to you to free yourself. It's up to you to change what you are conscious of being. There is no set in stone way for you to live this day-to-day life. There's no set in stone way that people don't hold the door for you. You never win anything. You always end up in these shitty ass relationships. You can never find a good job. It's just what you're conscious of being. You had this experience one time, and now you expect it to be this way for the rest of your life. But you can quit anything that you don't want in your life. Just change your attention towards something else so you can be conscious of being that new. Sorry, it's cold out here. Hear the beautiful birds. Hey friends. Yeah, so like I said, if you give up all of your former beliefs in a God apart from yourself and claim God as your awareness of being, you will transform your world with the realization that I and my Father are one. This statement, I and my Father are one, but my Father is greater than I. It seems confusing, right? But if you interpret it in another way, symbolically, interpret it in the light of what we have just read concerning the identity of God, consciousness being God, also as a father, the thing that you are conscious of being is the Son bearing witness of his Father, right? It's like the conceiver in his conceptions. The conceiver is ever greater than his conceptions, yet ever remains one with his conception, just like your mom and your dad. So before you're conscious of being man, you are first conscious of being. Then you become conscious of being man. Yet you remain as conceiver greater than your conception of man. So I see it as, so it says before you're conscious of being man, you're conscious of being. So really we are being human. We're not human beings because we are being first, and then we became human. We became a man. So we are being man. And once you realize that we are just living this human experience, you can really take your awareness and your focus so much off of this 3D reality that we call real, that we call real life, and realize everything is consciousness. Realize that we can change our consciousness, because we can be what we want to be first, and then be that man, be that human. That is a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful realization. And I hope that y'all stayed with me on that, because that's a fucking nugget right there. Before we are man, we were being. So we are being a human. We're not a human being. We don't have this body and then we're just done. We don't die off and then we're just done. Our spirit lives on because we were being first. Our soul lives on, and our soul was living on before we came to this earth to be a human. So it's up to us to remember what we want to be conscious of being, who we want to be in this world. That's some real shit right there. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Heaven is within you. He went unto his Father. It is telling you that he rose in consciousness to the point where he was just conscious of being, right? The transcending. So he was transcending the limitations of his present conception of himself, called Jesus. So what do you want to call yourself in this new way of being, in this new way of life? Who is that identity that you want to adopt? Just like so many people have changed their names, they're adopting a new identity. So many people that you may come across that you don't even recognize anymore, it's because they changed their identity. I don't know if you have, but hey, people change. People are allowed to change. People are allowed to grow up, because that's what life is about. We are meant to grow on a daily basis. We are meant to die on a daily basis. I die daily. If you don't die daily, you are committing to being the same person that you were yesterday. Oh, it's a little birdie. So, if you are dissatisfied with your present expression in life, the only way to change it is to take your attention away from that which seems so real to you and rise in consciousness to that which you desire to be. You cannot serve two masters, right? You can't serve your old life while trying to become a new. You gotta pick and choose which one that you want to live and which life you want to serve. What master you want to serve. Therefore, to take your attention from one state of consciousness and place it upon another is to die to one and live to the other. Like I said, we die daily. It's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing to grow. It is a beautiful thing to rediscover yourself. It is a beautiful thing to let go of the weights and let that shit go. It is a beautiful thing to leave the luggage and the baggage where it is and allow yourself to soar. It is a beautiful thing to go on vacation and discover new parts of the world, because discovering new parts of the world is discovering new parts of you. We are a part of this. We are a part of this consciousness. So it's a beautiful thing. Realize that we are a part of this world and not apart from it. It's so crazy to think about that the trees give us oxygen to breathe. Like, the trees, nature gives me, a human, life to breathe. We are connected, and it's so beautiful. You look at the tree roots and you see The veins in your arms look the same as the tree roots. Like what? How can this be so? It's unfathomable. We can't. Our human brain cannot fathom how connected and how amazing this miraculous world can be. So, moving further, stay with me. Keep up. Praying then is seen to be recognizing yourself to be that which you now desire, rather than its accepting from of petitioning a God that does not exist for that which you now desire. So praying and meditation is to claim it. You got to claim it and stop begging and stop asking what is it that you want me to do? What is the purpose that you have for me, God? What am I meant to do? Since you are consciousness, since you are connected to source, to ultimate power, you have that gut feeling, you have it in your heart to know what you want to do. Just get quiet with yourself. Get quiet with yourself and have the courage to walk in faith, to have the courage to take that first step, to have the courage to change your life, because you have the answer within you. Once you get quiet with yourself, stop asking for an answer outside of you. Ask your consciousness, ask the source within you, because God is not outside of you. God is being. You are being, and you are a part of that ultimate power, just like you are a part of your mom and your dad. How can you think that you're not a part of the ultimate power if we are in this world? We were created by God, therefore we are a part of God. Therefore we are a part of that ultimate source, that ultimate power. Don't be fooled into thinking that we are being looked down upon because we do something quote unquote wrong. Only thing that's right and wrong is in the human mind, has been adopted by human beings. But in reality, consciousness is. There is no good or bad. It's just what we have conceived to be good or bad as a human. Consciousness is. Life is just indifferent. It will reward you with whatsoever you claim is true for you. It doesn't care whether you call yourself rich or poor, strong or weak. It will eternally reward you with what you claim as true for yourself. So we must stop asking ourselves whether we're worthy or unworthy to receive what we desire. Us as a man, did not create the desire. Your desires are ever fashioned within you because of what you now claim yourself to be. You're already worthy. A poor man can say he's rich as long as he wants to. But is he actually conscious of being rich? No, he's conscious of being poor. So, going back to the prayer thing, the very moment that my claim is established to the point of conviction, the moment I begin to draw unto myself the evidence of my claim. So like I said, be firm in what you want, and remember that the how is not up to you. It's up to consciousness, the way through which things appear. We can never really fathom how things are going to take place, and 9 times out of 10 things will take place better than we expected, because our human brain can't comprehend the way things actually work and the true nature of things. We're not meant to. But it's up to consciousness, and once we have that conviction within ourselves and believe it and have faith and walk in that light, consciousness will do the rest. The why, the what is up to us as a man, as men, as a human. And then the why, the how is up to consciousness, up to source, up to God. Again, Moses stated, I am that I am. You can't put new wine in old bottles, new patches on old garments, so to speak. You cannot take with you into the new consciousness any part of the old man. All of your present beliefs, fears, and limitations are weights that bind you to your present level of consciousness. Going back around to this, straight up. If you would transcend to this level, you must leave behind all that is now your present self, or your conception of yourself, or your identity. Take your attention. You with me, huh? Okay. Take your attention away from all that is now your problem or limitation and dwell upon just being. He blowing black too. That is, you say silently, but feeling yourself to be I am. You don't have to condition your awareness just yet, but just declare yourself to be and continue to do so until you are lost in the feeling of just being, faceless and formless. Then within this formless deep of yourself, give form to the new conception by feeling yourself to be that which you are to be. So you can continue to say, well, there's a car coming. Oh, never mind. So you can continue to say, I am, silently in your mind. I am. You can meditate on this. Meditate on this for however long you need to. Till you feel that you are in the deep of nothingness. Until you are in the deep of just being, and you're faceless, and you're limitless, and you're just your true essence. And then once you get to that point, you feel a weight lifted off your shoulders. You feel so free. You feel that true essence. You feel that heart just pumping. You feel a heart full of love. You feel that heart full of pure happiness. And then you adapt your new identity. You then adapt that new consciousness of who you want to be, because that's the only way that it'll stick. And then you can just walk in that light once you have that new consciousness and you have let that old you go. Straight up, there's nothing else holding you back, because you won't be connected to that old concept of yourself. You won't be connected to that old identity. That new identity says, you can't sit with me. My old self cannot sit with my new self. Straight up. You leave behind your present conception of yourself, and assume the nature of your new birth. You will continue to out-picture your present limitations. The only way to change your expression of life is to change your consciousness. For consciousness is the reality. The eternal solidifies itself in things around about you. You can no more change your environment or world by destroying things than you can your reflection by destroying the mirror. Remember that. You have to change you first, and then the reflection in the mirror changes. You know what I'm saying? Your environment and all within it reflects that which you are in consciousness. As long as you continue to be that in consciousness, so long you will continue to outpicture in your world. Begin to revalue yourself. And begin to feel yourself to be the giant in the center of power. Awake to the power that you are not as man, but as your true self, a faceless, formless awareness, and free yourself from your self-imposed prison. You have to realize that we don't have our current state of reality, the current state of what we're conscious of, the current state of what we could always see, or what we're living, just because of it's our world, because it is what it is. You know, things just always happen. But it's because of our present awareness of being, our present awareness of consciousness. It's simple. We don't have to make it so complicated. It's a simple thing. What is your present consciousness of being? What are you presently always identifying with, that you want to get rid of, that you want to let go? What is it? Who are you going to be? Who do I want to be? Ask yourself that and then meditate on that. We have to become comfortable with being quiet with ourselves and just sitting with ourselves. We live in this world of fast pace. We got to do this and that. I don't feel comfortable just sitting. I have to do something. Or we get too comfortable sitting, and we end up not doing anything all day. There's no in between with us, and we have to realize that there should be an in between. There needs to be a balance in everything. Yeah, there needs to be a balance in everything. If you're doing too much of this, there isn't enough of the other one. You have to know when there's that inspired action for you to take, and you have to know when there's a good time for you to rest. You have to know when there's a good time for you to just be with yourself. There's a good time for you to work. And with inspired action, we don't have to be in this hustle culture of working so hard. No, life is meant to be at ease. And that can't happen if we are continuously in this old way of being. We have to adopt a new way of life and be conscious of life should be at ease. Life should be abundant. Life should be happiness and peaceful and pure positive energy and not toxic positive energy, but pure positive energy, and know that you can learn from every situation, even the unfortunate situations. You don't have to be walked on and stepped on and taken advantage of. Of course, have your boundaries, but you don't have to be a bitch either. You don't have to be destructive and self-sabotaging yourself because you feel like you did this wrong. No, learn from your mistakes, apologize, forgive yourself, forgive them, and ask yourself how you can be better next time for situations alike, and learn from it and grow from it. That's what life is about. Not self-guilt and living in this guilt consciousness and feeling like you're not worthy because you did this and that, or you didn't do this and that. No. The only way that you can feel like you are worthy is if you forgive yourself, forgive the past, forgive people in the past, to let that baggage go. And that's God forgiving you, because what? You are God. You are a part of that ultimate power. It took a lot. It took a lot to realize that forgiving isn't for anybody else but me. I've been hurt. I've been down. I've been taken advantage of, and I've had so much anger in my heart for a long time. Not anymore, but either you associate with those people or you don't. But you still have to forgive for yourself, not for them, not for anybody else, but for you to live the life that you are meant to live, for you to be happy, for you to be in that peaceful state of mind. For you to be able to love yourself how you should be. For you to be able to love the person who deserves your love. For you to love unconditionally. And you to give yourself grace. Otherwise, you're just going to be in an uneasy life. In an uneasy life, causing yourself dis-ease. And I refuse to be that person. I refuse to be that person. So, yeah. You could say close the door to those old chapters. And the door is your consciousness. To open the door is to become one with that which is knocking by feeling oneself to be the thing you desire. To feel one's desire as impossible is to shut the door or deny this urge of expression. And to rise in consciousness to the naturalness of the thing felt is to swing the door wide open and invite this one into embodiment, to feel it, to express it, to let it be the reality of who you are. So open the door to your new life and close the door to that old way of consciousness. Close that chapter, close that book that doesn't serve you. With that being said, it's not easy because some might have to look deep within themselves to shed light on the darkness within them, and that takes healing. It's a journey. Life is a journey, and we don't have a final destination. The destination never ends. It's always a journey, and then we just have to continue to remind ourselves that and enjoy our day-to-day life, and know that when we get there, we're going to want something else. So enjoy the journey while you are on it, and continue to set goals for yourself, because it's going to happen. If not, then you're not going to end up happy, because we are meant to want more in life. If you want a Cadillac, you want a Escalade, you want the mansion, you want a farm, you want to just live the easy life, it's up to you. God didn't say that this is specifically for you. God didn't say, ask me for a Cadillac and you can have it. No. You tell your consciousness what it is that you want, and then you allow it into your life. You see yourself driving that Cadillac. You see yourself farming those animals. You see yourself planting those seeds and farming those lemons or whatever it is that you want. You see yourself taking those vacations with your family and your friends and their loved ones, or whatever it is that you want. It's up to you to be conscious of it. And just a daily thing, and creating those new habits. We have to remind ourselves of who we want to be. Straight up. I'm in this my leg hurt from standing just in that one spot. I'm out in nature. I love nature. Can never get enough of nature. I've always known that I wanted to travel. I've always known that, I'm not meant to be in one place. And, I've had that confirmation because I had discovered astrocartography. And if you're not familiar with astrocartography, it's maps and saying where in certain places of the world can you get certain types of healing and certain types of relationships. Is real cool. It's really, really cool if you are open, and if you are open enough for that type of woo-woo thing. It really is woo-woo, but it's cool. And like I said, we are a part of nature, so how could we not be a specific type of person or type of healing in certain parts of the world? Like, it just seems real to me how that can be possible. So with that being said, like, it even made me start to travel more, discovering astrocartography. And but we are here in Oregon now, and we want to settle down. We've been on the road traveling for about 2 years in our RV, and it's been great. It's been so fucking great. I can even post some videos or talk over some little clips that we have gone to over the years if you want, and they're so fucking beautiful. And we've been to some beautiful places, amazing, miraculous places. So yeah, with that being said, I know that I'm not just meant to travel. Like, this entrepreneurial thing is for me, like helping people realize who and what they are, getting to the natural state of being of who they are. I think my wife is calling me. Yeah. Hello? Anyways, yeah, I don't remember where I was, but yeah, we out here in Oregon and been traveling for 2 years, and it's time to settle down. It's time to plant some roots and time to like really get on the grind of where we want to be in life and create that wholeheartedly, and then we can travel again how we want to. But right now it's time to get serious. So if you want to get serious, tap in, because we're on it. And you know, it's about to be the new year. So if you are looking to, you know, adopt a new identity and become conscious of who you want to be, and let go of the old ways, the old you. Maybe, you know, fuck a New Year's resolution, because 9 times out of 10 that doesn't really work. It's not really a new year, something that's made up. So do it for yourself. Write down what it is that you what is that you want for yourself, the new desire that you want for yourself, the new conscious way of being of who you want to live. You know, make it fun. My wife has like an idea of like making bingo cards or a Wheel of Fortune, or just maybe 12 cards or 24 cards of like little manifestation cards, like deck card, and just what you want to manifest throughout this year. Make it fun, and do it with someone that you know wants something new for themselves. Do it with someone who you know has dreams as much as you do, or do it by yourself. And let me know if you do end up doing it. I can post her podcast about it, and yeah, just create the journey of what you really want, because continuing to feel sorry for ourselves and feel like we're a victim of life is some pity bullshit. It is taking away our power. It is not doing us any justice. We're giving our power to the man, to feeling like we're under somebody else's thumb, when we're really creating the life that we live on a day-to-day basis by what we are conscious of. So remember who you want to be. Remember and try to take the steps towards, well, not try, but do take the steps towards who it is that you want to be, because you can be, do, and have all that you desire. It's just up to you to become conscious of it. It's up to you to believe in it. It's up to you to have faith in you and source and the ultimate consciousness, who you want to be. And like I said, about 5-6 years ago, it wasn't all this me being on here or me walking in my power and, you know, really stepping into a room with not dimming my light. It was me being quiet, me being introverted and shy and having my guard up. But now that I know who I am, now that I know that now that I know that it's all about me and my consciousness and how I want to be and how I want to live, I'm not dimming my light for anybody. I'm not quieting myself for anybody, because either you're going to get on my level or I'm going to get on your level. And it's not me getting on your level, because I refuse to go back to the old me. So I'm going to be on my level, and either you with me or you're not. Either you want to grow or you don't, but I'm not going to force myself to dim my light anymore. So be that loving person, be that encouraging person, be that laughing, giggly person, that goofy person, that weird person that you know deep down in your heart you are, because the right people will enjoy you, the right people will love you, the right people will know how to swallow what it is that you are putting out. And if they can't digest you, let them choke. They can't swallow what it is that you're putting out. Let them choke. It's not up to you to be to put yourself in little pieces so they can be able to chew you, so they can be able to chew what you are putting out. It's not up to you. The right people will be able to feast with you, my friend, straight up. So with that being said, be encouraged, be empowered, be great, and elevate. Peace.